Iran has fielded a variety of unusual weapons over the years. F-14 Tomcat fighters hotwired to fire Russian missiles, homemade mini-submarines, and remanufactured Cold War jets. In 2006, Iranian television showcased a peculiar sea-skimming flying boat, and 4 years later Tehran triumphantly announced it had 3 squadrons of them serving in the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy. News commentators boasted it was one of the few countries to design and produce such advanced flying boats, which is technically true. The blue-painted Bavar 2 flying boats seen in this video are examples of ground effect vehicles, also known as acranoplanes, sea skimmers, or wing-and-ground vehicles. Basically, these are designed to fly at very low altitudes by capitalizing on ground effect, the phenomenon in which wing surfaces encounter less drag the closer they are to the surface. After generating lift through speed during takeoff, GEVs can stay airborne as long as they remain within that low-altitude envelope. This makes them more applicable to maritime operations, where inconvenient mountains are scarce. The Soviets were the first to deploy functional GEVs in the 1970s and 1980s, including a few huge Loon-class acranoplanes weighing 400 tons that could lug huge carrier-killing cruise missiles, and an even larger prototype dubbed the Caspian Sea Monster. Iranian engineers took a very different tack with the Bavar 2. The small 1- or 2-man boats appear to be intended for scouting purposes. The little vehicles can skim meters above the surface at around 100 knots, 115 miles per hour. They are equipped with night vision goggles, cameras and real-time data links. Armament comprises a single machine gun missile or rocket launching capability has been claimed, but there's little evidence of it so far. The little vehicles probably aren't intended to strike the enemy directly, but instead would enable Iran's asymmetric naval strategy to shut down the Strait of Hormuz in the event of a new conflict in the Persian Gulf. Tehran realizes its naval forces don't have the survivability or firepower to slug it out with adversaries in a head-on engagement. Instead it would lean on the shallow, confining geography of the Persian Gulf and especially the choke point of the strait, only 29 miles from shore to shore at its narrowest point, to launch swarming motorboat attacks, mini-submarine ambushes and long-range strikes with anti-ship missiles. Conveniently, the Bavar-2s have been deployed at Bandar Abbas, a naval base directly facing the straits. You can see a satellite photo of a unit here.